All right, so as you can see, front of the car is kind of taken apart. If you remember, last time at McKean, we stuffed the radiator full of mud. As you can see, it's got a pretty good to it there. It's leaking, so sweet. So we got a new radiator. I splurged, if you will, and went for the all-aluminum one that Kurt and the Cobb boys are using. And it just came in the mail. I'm hoping it's as nice as the packaging it came in. They had this thing wrapped right up tight. Foam. Ugh! Let's do an unboxing here. Unboxing? Yeah. I don't have... Whatever, I'm just going to hold this. Get my knife out. I could set the camera up, but I'm doing other things. Unboxing. Cut tape. Cut tape. Okay. So yeah, they got this thing. They got it boxed up pretty good. It came out of California. I will share the link down below. Ooh, look at this. You see this? It's for a Cobalt. Isn't that wild? It's got the little pins to go in the mounts at the bottom for a Cobalt. Got a little drain plug. That's nice. It's got these little mounts that hold the fan. Isn't that nice? That's purty. Sticker on top there. Work Studio Racing. High performance. I don't know, man. That's pretty slick. If you wanted to put it in a street car, it's even got the mounts on the front for like the AC condenser. I mean, we're not going to use any of that stuff, but 2 inches thick, nice aluminum radiator. So far, I am impressed. Like I said, Kurt's running one of these and the Cobb boys are running these. So we're going to give it a try. The SS radiator that I normally use from Rock Auto, the price on those went up to like $90 or $95 or something like that. After shipping, it's like a little over $100. This is on eBay. I think it was $122, $120. I don't remember, but for the few extra dollars, all aluminum. So we're going to try this. We're going to see what it does. We're going to put it in the car this week. The plan as of right now is to head up to Can-Am. We have never been there. It's about 3 hours away. They have a 3 hours away. They have a $1,000 to win race. That's the plan right now. That's what I'm going to try to do this weekend. The weather is iffy, but right now, fingers crossed. Yeah, like that. We're going to try to go to Can-Am. But I got to get this radiator in there. We got to fill it up with water, get it warm, make sure that it's actually okay. It's running okay. I backed off the trailer, drove it in here. Kind of give it a once over because it got really, really warm. But, wish me luck. All right, fancy new radiator is in. Is she pretty? Look at you, you're so pretty. And we got it running. Try to get some water flowing through the system here. Make sure that it doesn't get hot. That was the problem. So we're going to let it run for a couple minutes here. Keep an eye on the temp gauge. It ain't doing nothing yet. Oil pressure is 60 psi. That's good. I did pull the dipstick. We don't have a milkshake. So now you can see it sitting there idling. Just purring away. So we'll let it run. See if it gets hot. Alright. We've been running for a few minutes now. Temperature up around 180, so the thermostat should be open or opening. We got a problem right there though. See it? That fan is not on. So that is a problem. I'm gonna have to swap that fan out and see if it turns on, I guess. Cool. Okay, so all the cooling issues. I end up finding a blown fuse for the fan. So now the fan is working, it's staying cool, it's doing cooling things like it's supposed to do. Tires are prepped, getting ready to pour some fresh certified 10W30 premium synthetic blend in here. And then hopefully the weather holds off and we can head up to Can-Am Speedway for the Ron White Memorial Race. 1,000 to win. Well, unfortunately, Mother Nature wins. Can-Am just canceled. So that was going to be a new track for us. We'd never been there before. I was looking forward to it. It was 3 hours away, so I'm glad that they called it early rather than trying to drive 3 hours with my old tired Avalanche. The rest of the season, I'm not entirely sure what we're doing yet. Next weekend on Friday, my plan is to go down to Freedom. They have a fall classic. It's a 2-day show, but my son hasn't raced in a couple weeks, so I planned on him running on Saturday at Lime Rock. So next Friday, my plan is to go hit Freedom. Go down there, try to get the car count hopefully decent enough that they will add us back to the schedule next year, because they took us off the schedule this year. And that is one of my favorite tracks, and our car performs really, really well there. So that's the plan for next Friday. The week after that, I believe there's a show at Utica, Rome that's got a decent payout, so maybe we'll go check that out. I'm not entirely sure yet. And then near the end of October, I think it's the 25th and 26th, Beckley, West Virginia, Compact Clash is 12 grand to win. That's a 7.5 hour drive from here. So I'm not entirely sure, but it's on. The seed was planted. I'm thinking about it. I might have to figure out something else to pull my trailer with. I'm not sure if my truck's capable. It's probably capable, but I'd be rolling the dice on that one. So, yeah, unfortunately, Can-Am rained out. I think we'll finish this video off working on the Batmobile. We haven't touched the Batmobile in a while, so yeah, I think I might tinker with the Bat. All right, so last time we worked on the Batmobile, we were working on this front bumper setup here, this wild front push bar thing they got going on. We're gonna make filler pieces for these I-beam sections still. They're not tacked in place, as you can see, they're kind of wobbly here because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I'd like to line this edge up with this split weld, but then if I do that, I kind of got to weld that first. So figuring it out as we go here. It won't be exactly the same as movie car. Since we're on that topic, that comes to these end plates here that go on the end over here inside the fender, like so. In the movie, they've got like louvers kind of in them, it looks like. But because this is going to be street legal, I need to put the signal somewhere, the turn signal. And I was thinking I'd put it behind this section here. So instead of a tipped louver, I think we're just going to cut some rectangles out of this, put some mesh behind it, and then behind the mesh, we'll hide a signal, a turn signal, maybe one of those oval LED trailer turn signals or something back behind this. So you'll be able to see it through the mesh, but when it's off and not on, it'll just look like mesh. So that's what I'm thinking down here. There's two sections here. The lower section had like louvers, and then the top section I think maybe was mesh in the movie car. Can't remember, I'm gonna have to go back and look, but we'll have to figure it out. Drill some holes and cut, maybe plasma cut. We gotta make this piece. And then from this piece, I'm actually gonna weld tabs on the back of it and tap them 1/4-20 because I got some button head 1/4-20s. And then we can actually bolt this piece right to the fender so that the fender is secure to this, not vibrating and stuff. And plus then you can unbolt the fender and take it off. It won't be welded to this. So that's how that's gonna go. Once we get these pieces in, then I can work on this, filling in this section here. We've got all the pieces cut out, I think, except for this small piece here, this 45-degree piece. I don't think I have that piece cut. And I honestly don't remember what these were for. There's some type of filler piece for that area there. I don't remember, it's been so long. We did it in cardboard first, and then we cut them all out of metal. And it looks like we got the main structure here. Problem is racing season starts, and then everything else kind of we just stop working on it. The Beetle did get some love this summer while we were racing. Those are actually the Nerf bars for the Beetle. I gotta put those on. The Beetle's for sale. If you want to buy a Beetle, we kind of got to the end of that one. We've been driving it, having fun with it a little bit. Yeah, I got it listed for $6,800 or best offer. So if somebody wants a Baja Bug, make you a deal. All right, let's cut and drill and make these end plates. All right, so we got this piece not done, but fabricated up. That goes in there like that. It'll stay pinched because of this, but yeah, so there's one. Now I got to copy that and make an exact duplicate of it. But, oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? I believe it's this right here that goes, I think it goes like this. Something like this. I think it goes something like that. I think that's that plate that goes there. Which means those other pieces, those triangular pieces, are the filler pieces for in here. These pieces that I wasn't sure what it was for. Yeah, this goes like, it goes behind it, but it goes right there. Yeah, so one piece at a time. Little triangle piece go. Oh. This one goes here, maybe. Maybe it goes like this. I don't remember. I'm going to have to figure it out as I go. Maybe it's this one. Might be that one. I don't remember. We're going to have to figure it out. This comes out like this, straight to the edge. So, there's that piece. I still got to put the backing plates on it so that we can bolt through it, but one, and I got to copy that onto the other one. Onto this one. Okay, keep moving. All right, we got those two end pieces made up. I still got to make the little tabs for the back to drill and tap so we can actually bolt it to the fender, but oh, that front bumper is coming together kind of, sort of, right? We're getting there slowly. It's hard to get moving after you've been sitting on a project for so long. You know, I've been working on the race car and we haven't really been touching this, but you know, every time I stand back and look at this thing, it's got crap stacked all against it, but it's pretty wild when you actually look at it. I mean, like, look how wide that thing is. It's wild. Even crap stacked all over it. Like, it's definitely going to be cool when it's done. Got a lot more to go, but remember, the drivetrain's technically in the car. The motor and transmission, drive shaft, everything's in there and hooked up. Wiring, no. And we don't even have an intake on the motor yet, but it's in there. The drivetrain's sitting in the car. Still got to replace the floor pans, and the seats are actually still at Ian's house. Get the seats here for it. Replace the floor pans, get the seats in. We're gonna have to close off the back there. I know in the movie it's wide open, but I mean, we actually want it functioning. Like, we could drive it down the road. So the cabin's gonna have to be closed off. I'll have to figure out some way to close in that back section with, oh, I got a piece of plexiglass kicking around here. We'll make a back window inside there somehow. Maybe just behind the roll bar. Go straight up and down with a panel. Block that back section out. Oh, my buddy's still gotta make me the rockers and the patch panels, and then I can make the piece that goes from the quarter panel to the door. So, and when we do the quarter panel to the door, I got to figure out how to incorporate a door handle. So there's a lot going on right there we got to get to. And race season is coming to an end. So, I mean, when race season slows down and this thing, we winterize that, we'll be back on this, getting moving on this thing. So by next season, this should be done driving on the road. I'd like to take it to the Syracuse Nationals next year. I think it'd be a big hit. Just driving it in general is going to be a big hit because, I mean, no one else has one, and nothing else looks as ridiculous as this thing is going to look when it's on the road. I do think we're going to have to lower the front a little bit. The more I stand back and look at it, it kind of looks like the front's higher than the back a little bit. Plus, we kind of got to give it a little bit of a muscle car rake, I feel like. I think we're going to end up having to get some drop spindles for the front of this, but we are a long ways from that. We got to get the body all the way done first, and then we can think about doing that kind of stuff. This front bumper is ridiculous. That's crazy. So, more metal fab. We'll keep moving. Next week, if weather allows it, we'll be taking this thing down to Freedom on Friday for the Fall Classic. And then I don't know. It's kind of up in the air after that. We'll figure it out. But until next time, keep it creative and happy building.